This is the fourth tutorial on creating the useless box, and in this tutorial we're going to make sure that things are actually going to work out here. So to start with, I'm just going to go to the top, and you can see right away that this hole does not line up with the finger, so we probably need to move the hole. Now the other thing too is if I kind of rotate back this way, whoops, wrong way, let's go back this way and back again. I'm going to come over here to Visual Style, and I just want to check that something's lined up here. So if you don't have this Visual Style shaded with edges, what you got to do, arrow down. See how I've got it checked. I'm going to uncheck it. Come back here, go Visual Style, check it again. And I'm going to go to Wireframe. Now what I'm doing in here is, here's the servo, here's the finger, and you can see that this finger is hitting that little lump there. So if I take this right now, I can move this back and forth, okay? Now I don't want it to go past that lump, and you can see I can't actually go any further because it actually stops it, okay? This is very important because here's the hole for the switch, and if I go back now to my shade with edges, and I'm just going to tilt this a tiny bit, this is the hole here that the switch goes into. And basically the problem is that it's a toggle switch, and that toggle switch has to bend forward. It's probably going to bend forward to about here. This finger might not actually make it, okay, to actually push the switch over. So we're going to have a little bit of modification. So what we're going to do is, and again, you can see that's not lined up. So we're going to double click this. And when you double click the top, you can see that everything else is highlighted out. Okay, and now only the stuff is highlighted for the actual top. So I'm going to go through these and I'm going to find there they are, the switch holes. And I'm going to expand this, go to the sketch, double click it. Now I can go and modify. So a couple things. One, I'm going to move this hole down a tiny bit, so go right here, 0.75 to go 0.85, so 0.1 of an inch lower. Okay, and the other thing I'm going to do is take a dimension from this center over to here. Okay, you can see where it is. I'm going to say 0.12. How's that do? Oh, that looks pretty good. Oh, this one doesn't move here, so dimension this one as well. Okay, I'm going to put this one to 0.12, and there we go. Everything's lined up again. Right? Click on Finish. You can see everything kind of is still highlighted over here. So what you got to do is up here, click Return, and now we're there. So now if I look from the top view, you can see that the hole's been moved over and the hole's been moved in, and that's probably a better position for that switch. Okay, so that finishes that up and touches that. Now the last thing is, these are kind of lame colors. Let's add some color to this. So to add color, all we do is we can just basically hit up here. These are some different, this is basically our adjusting our colors. So if I was to click on this, okay, and now what I do is I can move this stuff around and I can get some different colors in here. Now that's kind of cool. Now what I could also do is, instead of this generic, I can go and pick different patterns too. Okay, so I can come down here, let's just pick, I don't know, let's just pick yellow pine for something to do. Right, so there's my yellow pine, but then I could also adjust it to my color. Okay, now there's multiple pieces that I want to have that color, so all I do is I click on this one to fill it. Whoops, hold the shift key down, click on that one, and then I want that a different color. So I'm just going to hit apply, and then what I'm going to do is go back to this adjusting colors, and I'm going to pick the bottom one, and I want that one just to be maybe black or something. So there we go. We'll just pick up something like that, and then OK. So there then is my rather ugly useless box, and we are pretty much done, and you're ready to start 3D printing this whole thing and getting it going. So that completes this tutorial.